Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Ellie, this is Lottie. In case you've been on previous videos before, on the previous video we spoke about what will and what won't change on HRT. And in this video we're going to speak about how our lives have changed since transitioning and how the world sort of treated us differently when we were men compared to how the world treats us now as women. This is quite an interesting one, isn't it? Because it's crazy how the world perceives you as a woman compared to as a man.
Yeah, big time.
Was there anything that you experienced from the get-go?
Yeah, I found I was much more nervous around men, around just being out in public on my own.
Yeah.
Like when I first transitioned, going into the shop, I'd have to have someone come in with me. I remember the first time I ever felt properly uncomfortable. I was running to get a pizza from somewhere and I had to walk past a bar where the smoking area was out the front and there was a load of guys out there and I felt instantly nervous.
Yeah.
Whereas pre-transition I wouldn't have had an issue walking past them.
Yeah, I think this is the biggest thing, is that how the fear of being a woman is so true. I remember pre-transition I used to love going wild camping, and I go wild camping on my own quite a lot.
In the woods and stuff?
I'd literally just go into the woods on my own and enjoy a wild camping night.
Not even in a tent sometimes. You've done it in the hammock.
I've done it literally wild camping in a hammock, and I used to love doing that. And now I could never imagine going somewhere like that on my own. I'd be terrified just going for a walk in the woods on my own just in case I come across a man. And I understand, obviously not all men are horrible or do anything nasty, but it's the thought that the muscle loss, we mentioned in a previous video. I now feel like I could so easily be overpowered and stuff, so it's terrifying.
Even doing our job, doing courier work.
Yeah, even doing our job.
How easy would it be to put us into a house?
Exactly. I've had some very scary moments as a courier. I went to deliver to one guy and he was like, oh yeah, could you go around back because the front door won't open or something like that. So it's yeah, sure. Went round back with his food and he answered the door stark naked, and it made me feel so vulnerable and weird. That really creeped me out.
Because he was a big man, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's a big man. So it was really scary, and it's things like this that I didn't really consider before I started my transition.
Even now when we go out for a walk together, it's almost become a game to count how many people are staring from the car.
It's really we must nearly cause crashes every time we go out.
That dress she wore in the last video, we went out for a walk while she was wearing that, and the amount of stares.
Yeah, it's there'll be men and they'll be driving in the cars, and literally you'll just see their heads turning, and they're not looking at the road. They're looking at us.
And sometimes their girlfriends or wives are in the car with them, and they're still just staring.
Yeah,
we've been outside a cafe and had people go by and with their missus on the back staring and beeping at us.
Yeah, it's really quite odd. I find it's so strange.
Yeah, and the other one is pre-transition, men would walk past you and they might nod their head or something, but that's about it. Now they smile, they wink, they say hi love or how are you, or it's okay, I get maybe they think they're being nice, but they wouldn't have that same attitude to another guy, so why do it to us?
I genuinely feel sometimes really just grossed out by little interactions.
Yeah, you're sitting down trying to have a coffee or enjoy a meal, and they come over and start chatting away to you, and it's I'm just trying to relax here, or...
Yeah, and do you remember that time we were in Wetherspoons, and we were just having a meal, wasn't we? And this random man just came over and sat at our table and just started talking to us about he was just talking about how I really want to get a motorbike and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, he sat right beside us and was chatting to us. Yeah, I forgot about that.
But then he was like, so are your sisters? And we were like, no, this is my partner.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, I still think you're sisters. And I was like, I bloody hope not.
And it's crazy, and we're just sitting there trying to eat our food.
Yeah.
And it happened at McDonald's as well. Do you remember?
Yeah, but like this isn't the only time. We once sat outside McDonald's, and this dude just came and started speaking to us, and we were like, okay. But then he went into McDonald's, grabbed his meal, and he came out and sat at our table and just started chatting to us, and we were just like, who is this guy? And like, why does he think that, like,
That's
he can just come sit with us and start chatting? Like, I understand like being friendly, but there's a difference between like being friendly and being creepy, and it's a line that not a lot of men understand.
No, and it's their attitude. Like there have been men who've chatted to me, and like I wasn't uncomfortable or creeped out at all.
Yeah.
It's all about the attitude and how it's done.
Before transition, I could walk down the street quite happily any time of the day, and I wouldn't be worried about who's behind me, who's in front of me, who's everywhere.
And now you're constantly like, if
constantly looking over your shoulder and everything. It's so scary being a woman. It's something that you wouldn't really think of pre-transition.
It's also condescending.
It is very condescending.
My second motorbike is quite a big looking motorbike, and it's only a 650, but like I often get men going, oh, just that's a very big bike, you know.
Yeah, well, it's like the other day we went into
a Ducati
clinic,
mechanic,
and they were like, we were just talking about bikes, trying to get their point of view as well, and what bikes often come in, if you know what I mean, like they're not reliable.
Yeah, because a friend of ours was looking at getting that or a different motorbike, and
and then I was like, oh, what about the Ducati 1299s or the Ducati V4s? And he looked at me and he was like, like just looked at me like I could not control that bike. Like, I've been riding for 10 years now, and I'm a very experienced rider. I've rode in all weather conditions. I've ridden 600 RRs and stuff, so.
And we both have Graham's small bikes.
Yeah.
And I was held up on the twisties by someone on a 600 Supersport.
Yeah.
So it has nothing to do with that. Like,
I think people definitely profile you completely differently. Like mechanics definitely look at you and think, oh, she doesn't know what she's doing.
Yeah. And it's great for me when I go into like anywhere to get my car or bike work done, because I start talking and they're like, Do you know about cars? And I'd be like, oh yeah, I've done this, that, and the other. And like, okay, you've done more than some of us.
yeah. One thing I also feel like helped a lot with transition and the way the world treats me differently is I am being 100% truly myself. And that's what I love about it. Like, even though the world treats you so much differently, and like everywhere you go, you are a bit more cautious and stuff. It's definitely a lot better to now actually be myself and not be hiding who I am. Previously, I was always just looking to male role models and stuff and trying to find like male role models to be kind of like them. But it's nice that now I'm not hiding who I am at all.
Yeah, I had a kind of different experience to that, where I mean, I wasn't being my true self, but I didn't really, anything I like and I still like before transition I was into fixing my own car, my own like computers, whatever, and now I'm still very much like that, but I'm just more comfortable in myself about it.
We still have our masculine traits and masculine hobbies and stuff,
which is completely okay. Like I used to love airsoft, and I really want to get back into airsoft.
Yeah, do you think they would treat you any differently now that they see you as a woman compared to how they treated you?
Look, I haven't done airsoft in like 15 years at least, and at that time I think in all the times I went, I only saw one woman doing it.
Yeah.
And even any videos I watch, it's predominantly men, so I feel like I probably would be treated differently.
Do you think they'd see you and underestimate you, or
I hope so.
Maybe fire at you a bit less? Or
I hope so. I'll take advantage of that.
Just put your cutesy face on and be like, you're not going to shoot me, are you?
Just get a camo dress. You know?
Yeah, camo dress and fishnets. That'd be great. It'd be a good look. It's like all these memes, isn't it? Like Gen Z, if we went to World War III and we're like, oh, I need to just cut my top so it's a bit more of crop top, and it'd look cute if it's styled like this.
Yeah, definitely. But like masculine hobbies and traits, they're not a bad thing if you're a trans woman. Like,
no, like I feel like a lot of people are often like, am I a trans woman?
Because I like this, that or the other. And
yeah, because the question, because of the masculine and feminine stereotypes.
Yeah, oh, I don't like to be girly, but I still feel like a woman. It's like, absolutely, you can be who you are.
Like, I love football, beer, women, boobs, motorbikes. Like, there's so many things that I enjoy which are considered masculine. You just need to break down the walls by thinking, is this a female thing or is this just a feminine thing? Like, it doesn't matter if it's masculine or considered masculine or feminine.
If you like it, you like it.
Just bloody do it. Like, if you enjoy it, go for it. We've been seeing like a larger growth in women in the motorbike community these days, and
it's fantastic.
It's growing at such a high rate. Yeah. Statistically, it's actually the fastest growing demographic on motorbikes.
Yeah.
So it's great to see. Like, you pull up to a bike meet now, and I'd say it's about 30% women.
Yeah.
I'd say it's about 30% women. It's growing at a really fast rate, and we're definitely seeing different people getting on motorbikes.
Yeah, back home I was part of a group called Motorbikes Women Ireland, and we had loads of members, and we used to do just dedicated women's only spins. And I used to love it because you didn't have any of that like male bravado stupidity of like they're racing off and overtaking you in blind corners while you're overtaking a car.
Yeah. Do you feel like your mentality has changed maybe a little bit on HRT in a way that like you now feel a little bit more chilled on the roads, or do you feel a bit more fired up?
I was always kind of a calm driver and rider. I swear my parking skills got worse though on HRT. I used to be able to like put it in between two cars, no problem, perfectly straight. Now when I pull in, it's like this. Maybe it's just that I've got more gay.
No, maybe it's just I can't park. I'm not straight, so I can't even park straight.
Maybe.
But no, I seen you whip that van into that parking spot. You're just like,
where, here?
Here, and when we were moving, like you were just whipping that van around like that hot lesbian.
I'm used to driving. I can jump into almost anything.
Yeah. In case anyone isn't aware, we also have a Discord channel. We've got so many topics and stuff on there, like trains, planes, bikes and cars and gaming and everything.
Traveling, pets, books.
Yeah, just a little plug for the Discord, the Pickle Army. Shout out.
The link will be in the description.
Let's talk a little bit about like how we first felt when we were shopping and stuff after we came out. So, like, how was shopping for you, and how did you approach, like, shopping for clothes and things like that?
Like, I had a small collection before I transitioned, so I had something to wear, and then going out, I just bought a bit more and more bits, and I could go with friends, and they could give me some advice.
See, for me, Amazon lockers. Shout out to Amazon lockers, because these are great for people who are starting their transition and haven't yet actually built up their collection and maybe live with parents or housemates or something. Nosy people, you can just order to an Amazon locker and go and pick it up and no one will know. But we're going to do another video anyway about how to build your wardrobe when you start your transition, because it's one killer thing is when you start your transition and you've got like no clothes left. But I'm going to talk about that in a future video on how you can repurpose and rebuild to extend your wardrobe, because it is bloody annoying. I understand. I've probably only just now got to a point where I'm like, maybe I've got too many clothes. But I think that's most of the sort of ways that the world has changed for us.
I can't think of anything else right now.
It definitely feels different now, but I am going to get some trans masks on in the future to discuss how things changed for them as well, and how the world now feels for them compared to like when they were women. So I think that's going to make some interesting videos. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and like the video as well, because it helps a bunch.
Yeah, and make sure to like let us know what changes you've noticed through your transition, or what changes you're afraid of coming into your transition.
Yeah, and we'll try and help you. Just put them in the comments, and we'll try and comment below and help you out as well. But yeah, hopefully we'll see you in the next video. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.